Peter here again with another GoodyReader.com video. This is the Icarus Illumina. Now this is the E653, which means it's the second generation Illumina from Icarus. Here is the box. It'll look like this. Check our unboxing video for a full look on the entire box, and very interesting, they have red. What other e-reader has had a red color that came out? Sony. They're one of the only guys that really did that. So good on Icarus for making multiple colors. Let's give a 360 view on this first, and then we'll go into looking at the software. So you have a micro USB, micro SD, power button, status indicator light, and a hard reset. That's pretty much it on the whole device, giving it a really nice clean look. Top, left, right, and even the back. I would personally take this sticker off and maybe put it on your box for warranty information, because the back will look sick if you take that off. It'll look super nice, super clean. The whole device has this nice hard rubber feel to it. Leaves a little bit of fingerprints in the, if you get some light on there, but it's not too bad. It's pretty easy to clean too, just with some, I don't know, even Windex and any sort of glass cleaner. This is the home screen. This is the app screen, but we'll get to that. This is the home screen. Anything you've recently opened, recently read will be up here. Recently added will be down here. You have books, apps, settings, and browser. We're not going to go through each individual setting because it's very Android-esque, as you can see right here, because this is running Android 4.2.2. What we're going to do in this review is look at an ebook, a PDF, the overall UI of the device, and a game. Yes, a game. This is running open Android, so you can actually put games on here. Now, we're not going to run Clash of Clans or Angry Birds or anything like that. We're going to run a game that an e-reader can handle. First things first, an ebook. This is a side-loaded EPUB, and we're just going to use the stock reader on here. We know that when we show PDFs and ebooks, you're going to say, oh, this can do better if you download Adobe or Aldeco. We know that. We're going to use the default experience here because we don't want it to be an app review of Aldeco or Moonreader or even PDF, Adobe PDF. We want this to be a review of the unit and what the unit can do. So here's the page turns, very quick. The screen is very black on white, kind of an off-white gray. It's very nice. If you tap in the center, you get all the text augmentation. Search, go to page are pretty self-explanatory. So is rotate screen. This doesn't have an embedded gyroscope, so you have to software-drivenly press rotate screen. Book information, auto flip, and click on that. And then 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and so forth, it'll flip the page for you. We're gonna not do that. And we have font settings, which is probably the most important part of this because you have different levels. It all changes live in the background. So you can go really large. Line spacing. Everything's pretty responsive on this device. It does what you tell it to do. Margins. Or you can even go publisher defaults. Look at this. Changes the thing to the way that the publisher had intended it to be read. Perfect. We'll uncheck that. You can even use this setting for other books. So if you want to conform maybe wide margins, thin line spacing, you can do that for all of your books. If you press and hold on a word, you get multiple things that come out here. Copy, copies the text so you can paste it somewhere else. Comment. So under the word candles, we'll just put Peter and save that. So you can see that it didn't save it at first. This e-reader is brand new, remember, so it will take some time for it to be refined. This just came out. You can see that there are a lot of certain flaws when you try to make a comment, as it doesn't really save it under where you wrote it. So we'll make a note instead. I don't know why it saves the word as a note, because if we start writing, it just kind of continues writing what we want to write, but next to the word having. And now I go back and I don't really know what page I'm on, but remember, this is the stock experience. If you do not like this, you can actually go to apps and open up Aldeco. So don't hold it against the reader here, because the reader's hardware is actually very nice. So what I would suggest is probably stay away from the stock reading experience on this device and maybe go with Aldico, because if you do, you get a much nicer, much more pleasant experience. For example, if we hold something on Aldico here, it's much better. You have highlight, note, share, dictionary, translation, and so forth. No thanks. But we're not going to go into Aldico right now because this is the stock experience on this device. Now we're going to open up the Dungeons Master's Guide. See, it went back to that, so we're going to open up D&D. Went back to the ebook again. Alright, so this is the stock experience. What we want to look at is just things we can do with this. So we're going to try long pressing. Doesn't really do anything, so you can't long press like you can on the Paperwhite. We'll try pinching and zooming. So pinching and zooming doesn't give you that even pinch and zoom. What it does is actually goes up in tiers. It's very Kindle DX-like, so it tells you that the little arrows, meaning there's more room to the right to scroll and there's more room to the bottom. And you can't scroll frame by frame, it actually just goes to the next level. So for example, if we only see that much and we press down, it's almost like a page turn into the different quadrants of the page. So it's not really an even pinch and zoom like we've seen on every other e-reader, the Sony, etc. But once again, you can download other reading applications. You also have reflow, where it strips away all the pictures and just kind of conforms it to the side. Very, very nice feature. Not a lot of e-readers have this feature, reflow, and it's really in demand because you maybe want to just read a PDF more like an ebook rather than have it muddled with pictures and graphics and all that kind of stuff. So you also have book information, auto flip, pretty much the same settings you have on the ebook experience. So lots to do. Next, we're going to look at games. Yes, we said it games. Now, we've tried a bunch, and Flow Free doesn't really work. What else have we tried here? Bubble Smasher doesn't work. 4 Picks 1 Word, Sudoku, chess, all that kind of stuff will work. So you actually can play games. That was really quick, huh? Yeah. Alright, let's see if I can get this one. Eyes. Yes. I am a genius. Wonderful. Thank you. Alright, last one. Green. It's funny, on an e-reader, I get green. Yeah! It is outstanding. Damn it, there's no colors on it. Alright, that was a game. You can actually play, like I said, very light resource games. So anything that doesn't require any sort of moving frames, like videos, like I said earlier, Clash of Clans, you can't do any of that because it just simply won't support it. Now, the last thing we want to look at is Ebook Discovery. Sorry, not Ebook Discovery, App Discovery. This is open Android, so you expect there to be an app store. There isn't an app store. You can either go on the browser and find websites that host APK files, download them, and use the pre-installed package installer to extract them and install them, or you can use the Goody Reader App Store, because the Goody Reader App Store really is the only way to get... I didn't click on Dropbox. The Goody Reader App Store is really the only way to get apps on this device, because this actually is able to be installed on any device, even e-ink devices. So you essentially can go to the Goody Reader App Store and download anything, and it'll install right on your device. So if we just go to something like... Okay, this is a really bad app for me to choose. Camera messaging. This has no messaging capabilities, nor does it have camera capabilities. So we'll just go to, say, I don't know, Hoopa City, and click download. This actually will download straight to your device, and you can see it's actually quite fast. And it downloads, and then once it's done, it'll install. So very, very interesting the way that this reader works, because it's actually one of the fastest e-ink devices we've seen that utilizes Android well. Now, we've had the Onyx devices, didn't really do a good job. Pretty much anything you put on it was garbage. We had the The Ink phone, the E-Ink smartphone, once again, didn't really work with anything we tried to download, be it stuff we sideloaded or the things that are preloaded on there. Didn't really work, but this actually does work pretty well. Even our app store, you put it right on. We even downloaded YouTube. It doesn't work because, well, it's an e-reader, but you can do it. So as you can see here, we have Calculator, Aldeco, Amazon Kindle. Those things aren't found on e-readers that don't have Android, so this gives you the ability to do that. You can download File Manager or just use the one that's pre-installed. So overall, I really like this e-reader. It does have a little bit of work to do. It's the very first release, so it does need to kind of go through all of the refinements that other e-readers, oh there we go, it's installing, other e-readers have had the luxury of being out for much longer. But I must add one more thing. They actually added inertia on this device. So for example, as you're scrolling, if you flick up a little bit, you can see it kind of crawls to a stop. But if you're scrolling and you flick a lot, it scrolls all the way to the bottom of the list. So we'll do it again and we'll go upwards. Look at that. That's really cool. We actually haven't seen that since the SciBook back in 2010, I want to say. This is really interesting because a lot of e-readers don't like that. They don't like the inertia. They don't want to read how fast you flicked your finger. This one does it, and it does it well. So it does give you a little bit more functionality when moving things around. So don't worry about the note-taking that you saw. Don't worry about the PDF experience. This is the stock experience. If you want those added features, download Adobe Reader, download Moon Reader, download Aldeco, or use Aldeco that's preloaded on here. The hardware on this reader is more than capable of handling your daily tasks. So if we've missed anything, if you want us to check out anything, if you want us to load any specific apps on here that you think may or may not work on an e-reader to maybe sway your decision into buying this, let us know in the comments below. Here at goodereader.com, we take requests and we also reply to each and every comment. No robot replies, no automated replies. It's all personalized to you. That's just how nice we are. So give us a comment, and thanks for watching, everybody. This is Peter from goodereader.com. The box, we'll put it in the box, we'll give you the charger, we'll give you the USB cable, give you the manual, give you the retail packaging, and we'll send it right to you for free. What do you gotta do? Same thing as usual. You gotta watch our video, you gotta like our video, you gotta subscribe to our channel, and you gotta leave a comment. You have to leave a comment because it's just a nice thing to do, okay? You can't just expect to watch our video and we just kind of hand it to you. You gotta at least participate. You gotta say, hey, you know, thanks everybody, thanks Goody Reader, you're the best ever, you know, like what most people do. And, you know,